Both parties face another budget standoff next month over the government's debt limit. The fiscal cliff deal included tax increases, but not real serious spending cuts. Well, Sunday on Face the Nation, Bob Schieffer asked House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi about those cuts.
Do you then agree with the Republican leader in the Senate, Mr. McConnell, who says we're done now with the taxing side of it? Now we have to concentrate on spending. Is that done now?
No,
is the revenue side of it taken care of yet?
No, it is not. I mean, the president had said originally he wanted $1.6 trillion in revenue. He took it down to 1.2 as a compromise in this legislation.
It certainly underscores the voracious appetite for more taxes on the other side. The tax issue is over. We resolved that a few days ago.
Major Garrett is in Washington. Major, good morning. It seems that the president has drawn a line in the sand on the debt ceiling extension. So how does this play itself out?
Well, the White House is very clear that the president is not going to negotiate or even take any phone calls about raising the debt ceiling. That's Congress's obligation. Congress has to do that. The president will watch Congress play that out. But the reality, Charlie and Nora, is that the sequester, these across-the-board spending cuts, and the end of ongoing funding for continuing government day-to-day operations come together about the same time, end of February, March. So all these deadlines converge. So the White House can say it's not negotiating directly over the debt limit, but it'll be negotiating over other things about the same time. Republicans know they have leverage on the spending side. Both John Boehner, the Speaker of the House, and Mitch McConnell, the Republican leader, have said so, and they intend to drive that wedge into these negotiations.
You know, Major, John Boehner gave an interview with the Wall Street Journal in which he said, I need this job like I need a hole in my head. But as people are watching this, one of the interesting things he also said is that he believes the Republicans' best leverage now lies with these automatic spending cuts, not the debt ceiling. Is that true?
Well, the Republicans know that the debt ceiling was not a great winner for them when they confronted the president about that in August of 2011. Congressional polling numbers went down and they never recovered. The president's numbers also went down, but he was able to dig his way out of that. Republicans weren't. And they know that the sequester, the spending cut side, they learned through the negotiations of the fiscal cliff, is a real issue for the White House. White House is much more sensitive about that than Republicans are. Republicans believe that's a point that they can exploit, and they're going to try.
Can I turn now to the Hagel nomination? Because it seems like Republicans don't want to nominate a fellow Republican. It doesn't seem like many Democrats even want to defend him. What about McConnell here, the Republican leader? When Hagel left the Senate, McConnell praised him for actually saving his brother in Vietnam. Do you think Hagel will ultimately be nominated?
The White House believes this fight will go on, but once the president and he nominates Hagel, Hagel answers the questions in confirmation, ultimately he'll be confirmed. The White House is very confident about that. President wants Hagel, intends to fight for him, and expects him to win.
Major Garrett, thank you.